OutDaughtered fans have been ecstatic at the return of the lovable Busby family. OutDaughtered features dad, Adam Busby, mom, Danielle Busby, older daughter Blake Busby, and the 5 Busby quints, Ava, Hazel, Olivia, Parker, and Riley. The Busbys were on TLC for 8 consecutive seasons but then decided it was time for them to step away. By the time they announced they would film again, there was overwhelming support for new episodes. But, why did they leave screens in the first place? Adam and Danielle have given some insight into their decision to stop and then start again. Where were the Busbys? After watching the Busby quints grow over 8 fun seasons, the family decided to end the show. Meanwhile, the fans were saddened by the absence of updates on the family they had grown to love. Season 8 left off with the trials the Busby were facing with 6 kids in the midst of a global pandemic. Given that the pandemic took its toll on the entire world, it was very relatable to see how they pushed through the struggles. However, with all their strengths they still recognized their limits. During this time, they re-evaluated what was best for the girls and came to the decision to back away from the on-screen life they had lived since the quints were born. Making the decision was difficult, but they felt leaving OutDaughtered behind was important at the time. Initially, Adam Busby and Danielle Busby believed they were done with the show, but later they decided to start filming again. When we quit filming, we didn't really see a future date ahead of when Capturing Life would come back, Danielle expressed to Good Housekeeping. We really just kind of felt like, is this the right time? Do we do it? I'm not sure it fits with our schedule right now. OutDaughtered Busbys are back on the big screen. As Adam and Danielle Busby reconsidered their return to TLC's OutDaughtered, they recognized it was a family decision. The parents consulted their kids on how they felt about having cameras around again. First, they approached Blake Busby to get her thoughts. Undoubtedly, this would affect her most since she has grown up so much and started middle school. That age can be difficult on its own, much less being documented on camera for the world. Blake agreed filming was the right idea. Likewise, the quints also agreed to move forward with a new season. She's now in middle school and just a big age for a child growing up, Danielle says about discussing things with Blake. We just want her to be involved, and same with the quints. It was an organic conversation that we had, and it made it a little bit easier, as the girls started asking, where's this person? When are the cameras coming back? What's new in OutDaughtered Season 9? Undoubtedly, there is a different feel to OutDaughtered Season 9. Adam and Danielle Busby became executive producers for the latest season. Everyone has grown up so much. Respectfully, the parents allowed the girls to choose when they wanted to be filmed or not. Adam Busby has been stepping in more with the family responsibilities. He is taking on additional duties to give Danielle Busby time to run Graysonby Boutique in League City, Texas. Adam has also tried to help Danielle focus on not overdoing while she addresses her health stressors that have surfaced over the past few years. OutDaughtered Season 9 is underway and zooming by. There has also been a different feel on who has been included in the new season. There has been less extended family than there was in previous seasons. Each of the new ages and stages of the kids has proven to bring a new dynamic in this season as well. Notably, there are also fewer episodes this season. And so the family continues their journey and shows the ups and downs of life with 6 growing kids. Do you think it was a good idea for them to return? What are your thoughts about the new season? Drop some comments below and tell us what you think of OutDaughtered Season 9. Certainly. Here's a 1,000-word creative piece about why Danielle and Adam Busby stopped filming OutDaughtered. It was a sunny afternoon in League City, Texas, and the Busby household was bustling with its usual energy. The sounds of laughter and chatter filled the air as the quintuplets, Olivia, Ava, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, played in the backyard. Blake, their older sister, was helping her mom, Danielle, in the kitchen, while Adam was fixing a leaky faucet. Life seemed perfect, but an important conversation was on the horizon. Adam, can you come here for a second? Danielle called out, her voice a mix of determination and uncertainty. Adam put down his tools and walked into the kitchen, wiping his hands on a rag. "What's up, hon?" he asked, sensing the gravity in her tone. Danielle glanced at Blake, who quickly understood the signal and took the younger girls outside to play. Once the kitchen was quiet, Danielle took a deep breath. "I think it's time we talk about the show." Adam's face softened. He knew this conversation was coming, but he had hoped they could delay it a little longer. "Yeah, I guess we should," he agreed, pulling out a chair and sitting down across from her. Danielle looked at her husband, the man who had stood by her side through thick and thin, and began to express the thoughts that had been weighing on her mind. "Adam, I love what OutDaughtered has done for our family. We've been able to share our journey, the ups and downs, the chaos and the joy. But I feel like it's time for us to step back." Adam nodded slowly, his eyes reflecting a mix of understanding and concern. "I know what you mean. The show has been an incredible experience, but it's also been a lot. The cameras, the schedules, the public scrutiny, it's exhausting." Danielle reached for Adam's hand, her grip firm. "Exactly. And the girls are getting older. They need more privacy, more normalcy. Blake is already starting to feel the pressure at school. The Quints are beginning to realize that their lives are different from their friends. I want them to have a childhood without the constant presence of a film crew." Adam squeezed her hand, his heart heavy with the decision they were about to make. "I agree. It's not just about us anymore. It's about them. We need to prioritize their well-being." Danielle's eyes filled with tears, but she smiled through them. "I'm glad you understand. It won't be easy to say goodbye to something that's been such a big part of our lives, but I know it's the right thing to do." As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over their home, Danielle and Adam called the girls inside. They gathered in the living room, the quintuplets climbing onto the couch, while Blake took a seat beside her parents. The atmosphere was filled with curiosity and a hint of anxiety. "Mommy and Daddy have something important to tell you," Danielle began, her voice gentle but firm. "We've decided to stop filming OutDaughtered." The girls looked at their parents, confusion and concern flickering in their eyes. Riley, always the bold one, was the first to speak. "But why, Mommy? We like the show." Danielle smiled, brushing a strand of hair from Riley's face. "I know you do, sweetheart. But it's time for us to have more privacy and enjoy our family moments without the cameras. We want you to have a normal childhood, just like your friends." Blake, wise beyond her years, nodded in understanding.